Hello everyone, welcome back to Prince and Nikki's channel. Thank you for joining us today. In today's video we're bringing you an update on our POP and wall skimming. Obviously those of you who have been watching us for a while would have seen that we've obviously finished the shell and we're now at the stages where we're looking at the finishings. So obviously the next goal for us is the POP, wall skimming and windows. At the time when we started this, our windows had already been ordered and they were in production, so we wanted to make sure that we did the ceilings before the windows were fitted to reduce any risk of splashing or damage to the windows itself. So one of the golden questions for many at this stage is plasterboard versus POP. The long and short story of it is we went for the POP upstairs. There's a number of reasons, mostly cost and also what's available for us on the market.
Yeah, I guess what we were looking for a plasterboard around 12.5 mil, but we found out that what is mostly available in the market in Ghana about 9.5 mil or 9 mil, people will tell you. And we want something that will provide a bit of thermal insulation because we got this zinc roof, so we want something that will provide a bit of thermal insulation. So we want something at least 12.5 to 14 mil thick, so that it gives us some kind of thermal insulation up there. So that was the main reason why we go for the POP on the upper level. But on the lower level, on the ground floor, we're going to be using plasterboard because we don't need that thermal insulation.
Yeah. For those of you who know about our story, we obviously had some cable theft when we did a trial in the smallest room in the house downstairs.
Yes, I guess it's one of the questions I know people will be asking. You haven't done any lighting, so why are you doing electrics? What are you doing? So because of that, we've been on the waiting list since June for a three-phase meter. Apparently, there's none in the market. We are back and we are in front of the queue and still can't get a meter. So because of that, we don't want to do all the first phase electrics, then leave the cable for someone to come and steal again. So we had a discussion with the electrician and what was going to happen because we got a loft here. All the cables will just be drawn when he needed, and just do it. That is the simplest way to do it, because the longer we leave this, the cost of materials are going up.
Yeah.
As they become more expensive, as you know, we are building to a very strict budget. We want to be in budget, so we do things as we feel it's the right time to do it.
Yeah, and I think from considering what we've done here in the UK and with our other house in Ghana, it's similar, isn't it? Whereby there's a special kind of cutting machine that you make the holes with, and then you just run the cables from above and drop them down. One thing we really wanted to make sure that we didn't do is have increase the risk of cable theft. So we always wanted to do the electrics at the very last stage, but we wanted to do that once we had the electric at the house and we was fully secure in terms of the fence wall had the whole electric, but we are not in a position to have that until we get that three-phase meter. We are in discussions about whether we just kind of bite the bullet and have a normal one and then get a three-phase, but we're not keen on it.
You've already paid. You've already paid everything for the meter to be given to you. So I think if you go now, you have to go withdraw the application and say now one single phase, and then that's you're back to the back of the queue again. So let's just run with it. Hopefully it won't be that long.
It's holding us up because we've been waiting since June.
Yeah.
So it's a shame that we have to wait, but I guess we'll have to have a certain time scale and a cut-off, and when we have to make a decision what we need to do, because obviously we're now at a point where our windows have been fitted. Thank you for those of you who've watched the video that I posted last week. And what we want to do now is move on to tiling and fitting the house out. So
yeah, I guess it's one of the reasons why I'm keen on the three phases. Also, we wanted to go for a VRF system, air conditions, whereby I don't want a lot of air conditioning outdoor units display around the house. We just want one unit to serve the whole house. But That's why I wanted the three-phase for, because those equipment you need three-phase power. But for where I am now, looking at the backup power that I need in case there's a light off, I'm thinking about going for a module, which is more expensive. There's also a VRF, but a single phase. It's just that it's more expensive because instead of having one unit, I'm gonna need 3 units for the whole house. But that one using single phase. So with all the power stuff, intermittent stuffs in Ghana, that might be a better option. But I'm still exploring with my mechanical engineer.
Yeah, because that's one of the things, we don't want lots of units outside. So with the way we've designed it is that we have minimal number, and the same in terms of the house. We don't want lots of water heaters, do we either?
No, so we have a central water heater, just as you will have in Europe or America, just a central water heater.
Yeah.
And those pipe work has now been completed and tested.
Yeah, so what you're seeing here on the POP, what you're seeing on the screen now is there's a gap. So in terms of the design, we always wanted a very simple, elegant ceiling with just like a coving around the edge, nothing too fancy. But what we wanted is the gap so that we can have hidden curtains and voiles. So what you're seeing here is our friend that's getting a little bit upside down on the camera, but we had a gap on all the window sides where all the windows are. We have a track where we'll have the curtains.
Yeah, I guess the idea it was that although all these feature ceiling with gas with light heating, they look nice, but for the bedrooms, I don't want to go down to Ghana and then I have to be hoovering all those gaps because they collect dust over
Yeah.
time. So for the bedroom, we just want something simple and neat. We think what we're doing in terms of design on the ground floor, but for the bedroom, just simple.
Yeah, but I also think the spotlights are featuring themselves, so I don't want it to be too busy. Yeah, so that's really where we are in terms of the POP. Obviously, we're going to bring you on to another video shortly that shows you how the POP was made, and then obviously there was the wall skimming and a final video of how it was when it was completed. So I'm pleased with where it's come. It's come a long way from where we was 2 years ago, but it feels like there's a mountain. Once you get one done, then there's lots more to do as well, isn't there?
It is. Yeah, the race is on to the finish line.
I mean, when Prince was out in Ghana last month, we was able to get quite a few jobs done whilst he was there. There were certain things that are critical, like the windows, that we needed him to be there for, and I think being able to check the POP and check the levels for the tiles whilst you're there, it gives us a bit of an understanding of where we are. So that's where we are, but let's go on and look at how it's completed.
It's just amazing how the guys do these panels. So you just pour the mix on, and then immediately he's finished. Put some fiber in there, I think. Then it's all done. Yeah, so we put some fiber on it now. Then it's gonna, I think that's the fiber reinforcement, so that what holds it all together. I've just been doing some quality control, and what I've noticed is they've reduced the thickness of this. Because we were talking about this being around 12 mil, but you can see this, I have to reject this one. Because I've just asking the guy, why have you reduced the size, the thickness? And so we're doing it so that the material will be enough. I said, no, if it's not enough, I'll buy more materials because I'm buying the materials myself. So I don't want the thickness to be reduced because these are just too thin for me. What I would like it to be. So their boss is coming. We'll talk about it. So these are some of the panels they've done already. And some of the panels they've done. I think I've caused World War III because I just phoned their master, the guy's doing the POP, and I said to him, no, we agree on the thickness he needs to be. So why are you reducing the thickness? And he's mad. He's called the guys now, he's speaking to them in French, and he's not happy. He said, who asked them to reduce the size? And the guys, also the one molding it, it's got something in his head trying to manage materials to be enough. And then the other guys are asking, who told you to do it that way? Because I said, I'm buying my own materials. If it's not enough, I'll prefer to buy more because the quality is very, very important to me. I just don't want something looking up there and then it's not what I want, because this is also provide some thermal protection because you know this zinc roof here, so it's quite important that they stick to the thickness to provide the thermal insulation that I'm looking for. So yeah, I'll keep you posted when it's all done. Yeah, so these rooms are done. All the Andres on the wall have been done. It's not sounded yet. I think I'll leave the sanding to the painter because I want to use electric sander, which we've bought. We still haven't done anything in the bathroom yet. Plumber is meant to be coming tomorrow, and hopefully we can get the first fix and stuff done in the bathrooms. Yeah, see, it looks good. The other day I came, I had to do a bit of quality control because what the guys were doing is they do the Andre, which is a skimming kind of things on the wall first. Then they go and do the wall before they do the ceiling. I said, no, you shouldn't do it that way. You got to do the ceiling first before you do the wall. Otherwise, those you're doing
Spilled everywhere from the ceiling to the wall that has already been done.
So they are just setting out the corner molds here. We call them coving back in the UK. So they're just doing this area now. And hopefully this side should be done today. So just checking the levels here too, because the windows and doors being installed tomorrow, and a good finish. Where we need to make up difference is to the other end, not where the door is being installed. So it's all good news.
So here we are once the POP and Andre's been completed. This is just a slow walkthrough at the end that we got sent once Prince had returned, and the windows were all fitted up. You can see the windows are there. We will bring you a part 2 video of the windows after this video. So you can see all the walls have been done and the ceilings. So at this point, obviously, we need to start thinking about the bathrooms and the tiling. Prince had someone check all the levels whilst he was there, and it's now a decision time in terms of looking at tiles. That in itself is her challenge, just thinking about what design, what size, rectangle, square, lots of different decisions to be made. But yeah, I'm thinking obviously for continuity I'd like them all the same throughout apart from the bathrooms. But let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on where we're at. I'm really pleased with how the windows have come out. You can see the security bars line up well with the external windows, which I'm really pleased about. So stay tuned for more updates, and thank you for watching today. Thank you everyone. Bye.
Bye.